A new era of American leadership in space has begun.
Bolstering the US's space-fighting capacity, the Trump administration is reviving the long-dormant Space Command. The plan was outlined on Tuesday by Vice President Mike Pence at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida. Space Command will bring together the space-related capabilities currently spread across the branches of the military. This reorganization and investment in the military's massive space operations could cost $800 million over the next 5 years.
There are more than 18,000 military and civilian personnel working in space operations for our national security all across the Department of Defense. And at President Trump's direction, the U.S. Space Command will integrate space capabilities across all branches of the military.
Previously, President Donald Trump called for the creation of a U.S. Space Force, a new branch of the military to operate alongside the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and Coast Guard. Space Command falls short of that, but the force would be used to carry out joint space warfighting operations. Citing competition with China and Russia in space, Pence said the U.S. would aim to be as dominant in space as its military is on Earth.
It will develop the space doctrine, tactics, techniques, and procedures that will enable our warfighters to defend our nation in this new era.
Space Command was originally created under President Ronald Reagan in the 1980s at the height of the rivalry with the USSR. But as Cold War tensions dimmed, it was merged into the US Strategic Command in 2002. Trump plans to nominate a 4-star general or admiral to lead the command, along with a deputy commander. Both of those posts will require Senate confirmation. Technological innovation tends to shake up the military. For decades, U.S. military aviation was overseen by the Army and the Navy. It wasn't until 1947 that the Air Force became its own independent military service. The question now is whether Space Command will begin a new race to control the stars. Toby, Muse, CGTN, Washington.